When it comes to luxury travel credit cards, the American Express Platinum card is regarded as one of the top cards in this category. But with the release of the Capital One Venture X, this dominance has been put more and more into question. Coming in with a $395 annual fee, the Capital One Venture X at first seems like it can get you much better value when compared to the Amex Platinum card and its $695 annual fee. But does it really? As someone who uses the Amex Platinum card and has also seriously considered getting the Capital One Venture X, I'm going to explain why this decision is not as straightforward as you may think, and why I've chosen to keep the American Express Platinum card as my primary luxury travel credit card of choice. Now, I want to first start out by saying that I think the Capital One Venture X card is a pretty good credit card. For the annual fee, you get a lot of great multipliers, credits, and benefits, and visually, the card looks pretty nice as well. And these reasons are why this card is so popular, because with this lower annual fee and statement credits and benefits, it's very accessible, and it's a great option for those of you who are just getting into your first luxury travel credit card. You get access to a pretty comprehensive lounge network, including Capital One lounges, Priority Pass lounges, and Plaza Premium lounges, as well as Capital One miles that you can use to redeem for travel or to transfer out to transfer partners. And let's not forget all the exclusive access you get to Capital One's new luxury hotel program, the Premier Collection, as well as the numerous other travel benefits that, for the most part, are pretty comparable to the ones offered on the American Express Platinum card. So here's where I'm going to stop and ask a very simple question, because asking this one question is going to help you figure out in a very simple way which card is right for you. And that question is, why do you want a luxury travel credit card? It's such a simple question, but the reasons can be very different depending on who you ask. Some people may want one just to get the sign-up bonus. Others may want to take advantage of specific travel benefits on a certain credit card. Some may like a certain rewards program, and it could even be a combination of all three. Of course, the amount of traveling you do on a yearly basis may also affect your answer to this question, and so I think analyzing your travel habits and specifically your flight patterns is pretty important when considering which of these luxury travel credit cards to get. And so with that in mind, I'm going to use myself as an example. Now, for those of you who don't know me, I would say that I'm a credit card enthusiast. So, of course, I want a card with a good sign-up bonus, good multipliers, and of course, great travel benefits. And these are all great, but I'd need to dive a little deeper if I'm looking for the best fit when it comes to luxury travel credit cards. In my specific situation, I would say I travel more often than the typical person, flying about 2 to 3 round-trip segments per month. And this travel is for work within the state of California, specifically between 2 regional airports, Ontario International Airport and Sacramento International Airport. And yes, I know Sacramento is the state capital and a major city, but compared to the San Francisco Airport and LAX, the Sacramento Airport is much smaller by comparison, and so in my mind, I would consider this to be a regional airport. And because I'm traveling through these airports very often, lounge access is incredibly important to me since I usually eat meals when I visit these lounges, which saves me a lot of money since I'm not buying food at the airport. So let's first take a look at both the Amex Platinum card and the Capital One Venture X so we can see what they offer in terms of lounge access. On one hand, we have the American Express Platinum card, and their lounge network includes Centurion lounges, Priority Pass lounges, Plaza Premium lounges, Escape lounges, and Delta Sky Clubs. On the other hand, we have the Capital One Venture X card that includes Capital One lounges, Priority Pass lounges, and Plaza Premium lounges. So with that in mind, what lounges are available at the airports in Ontario, California, and Sacramento, California? In Ontario, the only lounge available is an Aspire Lounge, which is an executive lounge network run by Swissport, and if you're curious about what that lounge looks like, I did a lounge reel video when it opened for the first time last year. So I'll leave a link to that video up top, as well as down in the description below if you haven't seen that video already. The Aspire Lounge network has an extremely small footprint here in the United States, with airport lounges only in Ontario, California, and San Diego, California. There are multiple ways to enter this lounge for free, but for our purposes, you can get free access to this lounge either directly with your American Express Platinum card or with a Priority Pass membership. And so both the Capital One Venture X and the Amex Platinum card would get you access to the airport lounge in Ontario, California. So what about Sacramento? In Sacramento, the only lounge available is an Escape Lounge, which is now exclusively with American Express as a Centurion Studio partner. So the only way to get into that lounge for free is with an American Express Platinum card, as well as a Centurion card or a Delta Reserve card, but those cards aren't the focus of today's discussion. And for me, this is where the Venture X card is going to fall short, since it doesn't grant me lounge access to the airports where I go frequently, specifically in Sacramento. I already have a Platinum card which gets me lounge access to locations I need. And of course, there are Capital One lounges that are exclusive to the Capital One ecosystem, specifically the one that's open in Dallas-Fort Worth, as well as the ones that should be opening soon in Denver and Washington Dulles in DC. But as someone that doesn't frequent any of these airports, these lounges, as beautiful as they look, don't provide me any value since I don't frequently travel there. And I give this personal example to explain that even though a card may look great on paper, it may not be the right card for you. In this situation, even though the Capital One Venture X offers lounge access for a lower annual fee than the Amex Platinum card, because of my specific flight patterns, the Capital One Venture X card is not the best fit for me. Of course, the Venture X offers 4 free authorized users as compared to Amex Platinum's $175 fee for up to 3 authorized users. So if you have a spouse, partner, or friend that you travel with a lot, that would be another factor to consider as well. Another question that's important to answer about these 2 cards is how you plan on booking your luxury travel trips, and specifically, I'm referring to hotels. Now, for a lot of us, of course, we want to use points or free night certificates to book these hotels, but sometimes those aren't available when you want to book your vacation. So another option would be to use the hotel collections offered at both American Express and Capital One, which are the Fine Hotels and Resorts and Premier Collection, respectively. And one important aspect of this would be the multipliers on each card when booking through each travel portal. With American Express, you can earn 5x membership rewards points when booking a hotel on the Fine Hotels and Resorts program. And with Capital One, you can earn 10x Capital One miles on hotels booked through the Capital One travel portal. Again, using myself as an example, I book hotels through the Fine Hotels and Resorts program several times a year, usually to visit Las Vegas, which is a great place to get a lot of value with this particular program. The FHR program in Las Vegas has many properties to choose from, with my favorites being the Palazzo and the Bellagio, since not only are they fantastic hotels, but with the FHR program, you get a $100 dining credit, which is much easier to use than the $100 spa credit that comes with the Cosmopolitan, for example. Now, of course, the Premier Collection also offers similar benefits to the Fine Hotels and Resorts program, but at this point, there really isn't a lot of availability. And when we search for any availability in the Premier Collection in Las Vegas, you can see that there's no hotels available. Also, shout out to Josh Butler for helping me get this screenshot since I couldn't search the Premier Collection on my own since I don't have any cards with Capital One. Definitely check out his channel if you haven't already. So sticking with the Fine Hotels and Resorts program is a much better option for me since I have great options when booking hotels in the Las Vegas area. Even though Capital One offers a luxury hotel collection and earns double the points when booking a hotel through their travel portal as compared to American Express, they don't have the hotels I want. And so the Capital One Venture X, again, would not be the best luxury travel credit card for me. And so this is why it's really important to understand the benefits on each card and how it applies to you so you can make the right decision. Other factors that help make this decision easier involves your credit card setup, your goals for points and miles, as well as your future credit card plans. When looking at credit card setups, there's a lot of factors to consider, especially when talking about luxury travel credit cards. Specifically with the Capital One Venture X, you get 10x miles on hotels and rental cars booked through Capital One Travel, 5x miles on flights also booked through Capital One Travel, and 2x miles on all other purchases. So if your credit card setup needs a catch-all card, the Venture X could be a good fit for your setup, and this is also true if you plan on using the Capital One travel portal regularly. But just a word of caution, although there is some value to diversifying your spend over multiple flexible point systems, I think it's better to focus on a few at a time. This is because earning points and miles, at least through multipliers, is not a quick way to grow your bank since you have to spend money in order to get these rewards. So the less you spend, the less rewards you get, which by the way is not a bad thing, but if you have multiple cards and multiple point systems, it'll take you longer to reach enough points and miles to make that dream booking. And this brings me to the next point, which is to make sure you identify what your goal is for your points and miles. Like I said before, earning through multipliers is a slower process, so if a dream vacation or aspirational booking is your goal, the fastest way to get there would be through sign-up bonuses. And with these 2 luxury travel credit cards, the sign-up bonuses for both cards are great. The Capital One Venture X had a sign-up bonus offer of 75,000 miles after spending $4,000 in the first 3 months of account opening, while the Amex Platinum card has a standard sign-up bonus offer of 80,000 membership rewards points after spending $6,000 in the first 6 months. Just note though that the Amex Platinum has other better offers, so make sure to check for those as well. So maybe your goal really has nothing to do with either of these credit cards and their respective benefits, and you just want to get them for the sign-up bonus to get that rapid points boost to earn and burn those points as recommended by Uncle Luke. You also want to make sure that you think about your future credit card plans, since the application process is different when you apply for each of these cards. With American Express, as long as you're in good standing with them and have a previous personal Amex credit card, if you apply for the Amex Platinum, this will only be a soft pull. But even if that's not you, you can also use their pre-approval tool to apply with confidence to know if you're approved for the Platinum card with no credit score impact. And on top of that, if you get denied, you always have the option to call the reconsideration line to turn that denial into an approval. Now with Capital One, with the VentureX application, they'll likely hard pull not one bureau, but all 3 bureaus, resulting in 3 hard pulls on each of your credit reports with Experian, Equifax, and TransUnion. There's no pre-approval tool for the VentureX, and from what I've heard, there really isn't much of a reconsideration process either. The reason why I bring this up is that if you're planning on using your credit score for a different purpose, for example, applying for a mortgage or a car loan, going for the Amex Platinum may be a better choice at this time. I also want to bring up that you should consider which issuer you plan on being with long term. Both American Express and Capital One have a great selection of transfer partners, which is the best way to use your points and miles, but make sure you know what the specific options are so you can make sure that the card you select will be able to transfer to the transfer partner you're interested in. So those are some of the factors to consider when deciding if the Amex Platinum card or the Capital One VentureX card is right for you. And it's really important to have a simple yet effective setup, so to find out what that is, check out this video next where I explain what are the only 3 credit cards you need.